Hello, Jim Steska here, coming to you from Fredericksburg, Virginia, with Jim's Fitness Tips. Thanks for joining me. What I'd like to do tonight is ask you the question, how much alcohol is okay if you still want to stay on your fitness journey? Okay, this is a challenging question for some. If you drink alcohol on a regular basis, if you're anything like I was before I started on my fitness journey, you might like to drink 2, maybe 3 beers a night, maybe a couple glasses of wine every night with dinner, that type of thing. And that's pretty much what I did before I started thinking about my health and fitness. Okay, and on weekends, of course, even more, maybe 4 or 5 beers a night on a weekend. Okay, now I grew up in a house where my parents both drank quite a bit. Okay, so it was kind of part of our family culture for me to consume alcohol. Okay, so that's that was part of what we did. Okay, but once I started really focusing on my health, I knew that I had to do something to change that. Okay, now was I an alcoholic? I guess maybe some people would define that myself as an alcoholic. Okay, but I had no problem once I really focused on it and made some goals related to fitness in terms of stopping or minimizing my alcohol consumption. Okay, I believe an alcoholic is someone who really can't live without it. Really, it's on their mind all the time when they don't have alcohol, and it's something that they don't feel comfortable at all unless they have an alcoholic drink. I was never even close to that kind of mentality or situation. Okay, so what I did once I started my fitness journey was I just stopped buying alcohol. I stopped buying the beer. Didn't carry beer in the fridge that much, and didn't buy bottles of wine left and right like I used to. Okay. Now my wife drinks every once in a while too, but she's not a big drinker, so it wasn't a big deal to her to have that stuff in the house either. So we just stopped buying it. Okay, and didn't have it in the house to even tempt us. Okay, so I would suggest that's one of the first things that you try if you are in this similar situation. Okay. When we did buy alcohol, though, we didn't cut it out altogether. We like the taste of alcohol. I know I like the taste of beer. I pretty much limit my alcohol intake to beer and wine. Okay, and I love the taste of beer and wine. Okay. My wife prefers white wine. I prefer red wine. So we still have bottles of white wine and red wine in the house. Usually have some beer in the house, especially if we have guests over, so we have something to offer them. Okay. And the rule of thumb really that I've come to use is 5 alcoholic drinks per week. If you want to stay fit. If I could stay to that, stay at 5 alcoholic drinks per week, okay, it's not going to negatively affect my fitness, negatively affect my health, and I still get to enjoy a glass of wine every once in a while and a beer. Okay, now 1 alcoholic drink is 1 beer and 1 glass of wine in that case. If you drink like whiskey or stronger type of stuff, it will be 1 shot glass, if you will, of some stronger type of alcoholic drinks. Okay, but if you drink a lot of beer, it will be 1 beer. You want to stick to 5 beers a week. Okay, that might be hard for some. It wasn't really hard for me to do. Because I'm just not addicted to it, so it was no big deal. What I replaced it with was water consumption. Every time I felt like maybe I'll go grab a beer, let me drink a thing of water. That'll quench my thirst. So I drank that's where it increased my water consumption by curbing the habit of going and getting a beer. I would get a bottle of water. Okay. Also started drinking green tea. I go get a green tea or a coffee instead of drinking a beer. So you do want to substitute it with something. Not some people may go cold turkey and not substitute with anything. I think you're better off trying to substitute with something more healthy like water, tea, or coffee. Okay. So there's some advice there. What does it do to the body? Alcohol just has a lot of calories. Okay, so it will. What it does is, along with your food intake and that sort of thing, it will increase your calorie content such that you are taking in more calories than you're burning. Okay, very quickly if you drink alcoholic drinks. Okay. Also, when you're losing weight, you want your body to lose fat. And what it does is it inhibits the fat burning process, because when you consume alcohol, your body burns that alcohol for energy first. Okay, when you would want it to burn the fat first, it burns the alcohol first and makes sure your body is rid of the alcohol before it starts burning any fat. So depending on how much you consume, it might be burning the alcohol for energy instead of any fat in your body. Okay, and we've all heard the term beer belly. Okay, beer belly is just that. If you drink a lot of beer and you intake more calories than you're burning, it's going to turn into fat real quick, usually in your midsection. Alcohol goes right to your midsection quicker than just about anything else. So that's the effect that it has on the body. You certainly, if you have a goal of being in great shape and want to be fit, you definitely want to control your intake of alcohol. Okay. I did include below this video a nice article that I found on fitness.com. Very good article explaining the effects of alcohol in training and that type of thing. Very worthwhile read if you're interested in this topic. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about this evening. You don't have to eliminate alcohol intake at all. Anything in moderation, like alcohol consumption, is good. Actually, there's a lot of articles indicating that moderate consumption of alcohol is good for the body, good for the heart. Okay, especially red wine and that type of thing. There's even a region in Italy that they make this wine, and I forget the name of the grape off the top of my head, but with special grapes, and they have the highest density population of people vibrantly living over the age of 100 than any place in the world. And they attribute it to drinking this wine on a daily, regular basis, at least twice a day. Okay, so there might be something to that. Okay, there is health benefits to a healthy amount of consumption of alcohol. But it is one of those things that we know in our American society, especially and throughout the world, that it is abused. Okay, and it is addictive. Okay, so if you are listening to this and you have an addictive type of tendency toward alcohol, you may want to not only heed the advice that we're offering here, but get the advice of professional trained doctors who can help you. Okay, but if you do have the desire again to get into great shape and be fit, then definitely watch your alcohol consumption. So may God bless you with excellent health, and have a nice evening.